What is happening, Internet? Welcome back to Batman Arkham Origins. This is episode 21. More of the data pack things, which I need to come up with a very 60s sounding name because we're doing more Adam West, yo. But I've run out of names for collecting. Maybe dastardly data packs? I don't know. Something stupid. Because we've done holy data packs, we've done disastrous data packs, we've done Great Scott data packs. I don't know. I'm getting tired of data packs. But we're finishing the data packs, like, this week, so.
Yeah, I was thinking that exactly what you just said, dastardly data packs.
Dastardly? Should we do dastardly data packs? I think that's a word, right? Dastard? Dastardly?
It is.
Dastard.
It is.
That's fun to say.
It is a word.
Just don't slip.
It is a word.
Okay. Dastardly data packs.
I was just trying to think of another
word. How do you even spell this? Dastard. It's a word. It's really a word.
Just make sure it's a word.
Dastardly.
Before we start saying it too much.
Data packs. Oh, it has a different spelling. Okay, wait.
Yeah, it's a word.
All right, Deanna says
it means
it's a word.
wicked and cruel. There it is.
Wicked and cruel. Yeah, I like that. Dastardly. She had the correct spelling. Oh, I had the correct spelling. Holy crap! D-A-S-tard. Lul. Lee. Lie. Lul.
That's what the dictionary says. D-A-S-T-A-R.
Dastardly. Lee.
Yeah,
Lee.
Two A's.
Two A's, yeah.
Thank you, Miss Deanna. Thank
I
you.
I actually spelled it right. I'm kind of amazed. I thought I was going to spell it wrong. I was like, wow.
Wow, there's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon character whose last name is Dastardly.
Yeah, Dastardly. Yeah, he's a villain. I know that. I know that. I can't. Dastardly data pack. This is a stupid name. Okay, let's talk to Alfred. Alfred! Dastardly Alfred! Alfred, where is he?
It's an old-timey word, but still, says Deanna.
It's an old-timey word, but it works because we're doing an old-timey Adam West thing. So, apologies, guys and gals, for no topic video today. I know that kind of hurt our numbers, but we have a topic video tomorrow on a Nintendo Switch 2 related topic. And then on Saturday, there will be another topic video.
Continuing your studies?
I've done all I can to rid us of the vile King Bat. To no avail. I fear he's declared this his kingdom. We are but his subjects, forced to live in constant fear.
You're not really afraid of it, are you?
And what if I am?
It's just a bat, Alfred.
It is most assuredly not just a bat. You'll see. And then you'll wonder why you ever doubted me.
I would like to see the King Bat, though. They have to show it. They never show it.
Well, this is turning out to be...
Alfred's Words of Wisdom is some of the best stuff.
I learned about that. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of that, because I learned about that from a cartoon as a kid from Wild Wacky Races. Interesting, Miss Deanna. Wow, that's interesting. I feel like I heard that in the Tangled movie. He said that word. I hope that's the word he
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Easy, Amber. Ooh. Ooh, what about Diamond District's Dastardly Data Packs?
There you go.
Yes! Yes!
Holy Diamond District Dastardly Data Packs, Batman.
Diamond. Wait, I had it. What did I say?
Diamond District's Dastardly Data Packs.
Yes, that's what I wanted. Yes. Okay, so we're going to the Diamond District. That is a very Adam West thing.
Hi, Woo Bear 260. How's it going? Great to see you. Hi, Billy. Hi, Miss Deanna. Hi, John Williams. Hi, Captain Zach. Hi, John Clark. Hi, Derek. Hi, Tom. Hello, Red Hood. Hi, Frogsmith. Hi, Jacob Langlet. Hi, Jacob Orion. Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's. And guys, we have great news!
We do. Yes.
Because yesterday I was a little bit exhausted, so I wasn't able to really go into it, but guys, we shared that video. Red suit versus black suit rematch. 5 hours or 6 hours ago, it did not have 5,000 likes. It now, I think as of like a couple hours ago.
Yep.
It had, you
5,000
guys
likes.
hit 5,000 likes. Great job. I don't know what we get. You guys all win the internet.
You are winners of the internet.
But I did go back and I did try to reply to every comment, so thank you guys so much for commenting on that. Really appreciate that, everyone. And, we'll try to push another video next week.
Yeah, I think we should.
To try to get likes on an older, video. I'm really thinking, the video I'm picturing in my mind is either an Injustice versus video of Luke's choosing, or my choosing, which is Hulk versus, a Nick Fury, which I think was a fun Disney versus video, and that is at 900 something likes. It's almost at 1,000 likes. I know you're like, but that's not very much likes, but you know what? I want to get that to 1,000 likes. I think it would be fun. What? I think it would be fun.
I think it would be fun. I think you could do it. I mean,
And in the meantime,
it all
while
helps.
you guys are liking the video, you might actually laugh while watching a fun older video.
It's possible. Alright guys, so let's get those dastardly likes going, so we can help with the Diamond District. So today is going to cover all the Diamond District. Probably tomorrow we'll go inside of the Royal Hotel, which is going to be nuts. But everything that you see here will be taken care of today. So all these riddles is what our aim is. And then maybe if there's any left at the bridge, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm saving the Royal Hotel till tomorrow. Wait, how is there still... Oh, there's still stuff in the Bowery. Ooh. Oh, Penguins Museum, that's right. Oh wait, not Penguins Museum, sorry. Gotham Merchants Bank. I forgot. I miss exploring the museum. The museum was kind of fun. When did they turn the Gotham Merchants Bank into a museum, though? It's not big enough to be a museum. It's just not. Like, they never explain it. This is a location where... you know, the museum is in Arkham City. Like, it's in the Bowery. It's like right here, and it's not big enough to actually contain the museum because the museum is massive. But whatever. Anyway, nitpicking aside, let's get us some data packs. Yeah. The only reason I'm not doing Arkham Knight's data pack or riddle things is because, one, it's depressing, and two, it hurts my eyes, so we're only doing Azrael DLC tonight for that. That's the plan. That is the plan. Data packs. Okay. Let's roll.
When you said the Royal Hotel, it reminded me of Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. The poem that London Tipton made about the dog. My name is something. I live at the Royal Hotel. And she like wrote this entire poem about her dog.
Yep.
But she stole it from Maddie, who actually wrote the real poem.
Ooh, plagiarism.
Yeah, and then she got famous instead of Maddie.
That's IGN territory.
Oh my gosh, Luke.
What? But they did it.
I mean, yeah,
That's why it's
true.
funny. It's funny because it's true.
Wow.
What? They did.
But IGN finally was the only people that actually wrote a decent review.
Of the Suicide Squad? No,
Yeah.
they're not the only ones. They're the only ones people are talking about. There were 6 publications that gave it kind of like a mediocre, like, eh. But I mean, what people don't understand is it's not a scathing review that IGN did. They don't hate it. They said, we don't like this, but... So, I mean, it's a very middle ground thing. Also, the dude complaining about the Flash boss battle is a skill issue. It's not really a game-related problem. Like, he was having trouble with the first boss. I know.
Man, you guys are being mean.
No, it is a skill issue, though.
How could it be a skill issue? You guys haven't even played the game yet. Only he has. Everyone's so mean to those hardworking journalists at IGN.
I mean, they're very lenient on their scores usually.
know,
So
I'm
it was kind of a shock that they were like, wait a second, There's actually elements of a game we don't like. It's like, is this IGN?
Hi, David Bofa. How's it going? Oh, of all the things to copy, a poem talk about low-hanging fruit, says Miss Dana.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, for some reason she got... I think she may have published it as a story or something.
She published it. Yeah, I think she published it
I'm
as
gonna
a
have to
short
watch
story.
that episode again. I used to watch Sweet Life with Zach and Cody a lot. I would love to get that on DVD at some point.
You want that on DVD? Maybe. Okay, we'll see what I can do.
It'd probably be tons of money at this point. If it's like less than $3.
What?
What?
No, not you.
Okay.
I think we have to toss the electric not the remote control battery.
Woo Bear says, never in my lifetime did I think I'd see IGN do a solid review that is not biased. Yeah, they were actually conflicted in trying to actually give a real opinion. It was surprising. Well, IGN used to be known for making really good content.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah. I almost worked for them, so they were good once. I almost worked for them. Came so close.
What if you ended up working for them and then they slowly became more and more corrupt?
I'd leave.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I would stay.
No, you wouldn't be able to repair it.
How could you repair it though?
See, the thing about YouTube, if YouTube became all corrupt and evil, like, it all comes down to, like, whatever creator decides to do. So you and I could still stick to our same path because it's our channel.
Yeah.
YouTubers are kind of like their own TV station. Like, people right now are tuning into the Kwingsletsplays channel. It's like a television channel. So everything that we have is holy cow.
What?
When did that happen?
I don't know.
Okay, let's.
Oh, I forgot to do that.
I did do it.
Oh. You know, unless I started giving you a script, like writing you a script, like, Luke, I think what you mean to say is that
stuff.
I don't know.
Imagine Kwing working for IGN. I almost did. It's not a joke.
No,
Like
he did.
they were a good company.
In fact, I think at one
Once.
point they did offer you. At several points they offered you a job.
They offered me a job at several points. Yeah. I did not turn them down. I was like, well, I mean, are you okay with me working for this publication? And they're like, what? No, you would have to work for just us. Well, it's like, in order to meet ends meet, I work for 4 publications. They're like, what? I said, yeah, I work for this publication and this one.
Yeah, you told me at one point, like, even after all the dust had settled and then they offered you a job again, they were like, here's a job, here's how much we're going to pay you, and you were like, huh, compared to how much I am doing at my YouTube channel at the moment, like, I don't think I could actually work for you guys, because
I can talk about that story.
I feel bad because I didn't realize how little. This is why I feel bad about criticizing game journals, because I didn't realize. Well, I think maybe that's when you start. Maybe if you've been there for 10 years, maybe they would give you more. But like, I feel like game journals, they just don't give them a lot of money for all the work they do.
They didn't used to. I haven't been a part of the. I only have a couple game industry, or I only have a couple press friends left that have stayed with like IGN and GameSpot and things like that. A lot of them have gone either independent or they've completely left and they've become what's known as community managers for game companies. That's why we actually have some haters actually try to get rid of us, like in the game industry, but we have former press members that are actually like community managers, like for game studios, so they actually get us in, and that's how our relationship is still, because people have been trying to cancel us for years, so we actually have people that watch our back in the game industry that are community managers for like so many different like developers, because, you know, I knew them when they were game press.
Yeah.
This is annoying. I'm gonna die.
You actually... That was a job title you considered having, was community manager.
I almost became a community manager for a startup Facebook gaming company, but it didn't work out. But anyway, the IGN story. So after the whole fallout with Maker Studios and we were threatened with a lawsuit and all this other stuff, a year or two passed and I became really big with Arkham Knight. And Disney Infinity was kind of slowing down a little bit. I think it was after the announcement that Disney Infinity was going to be done. So it would have been like right around 2016, I think. So I was speaking to a friend of mine who used to work for Craig Harris, who was part of the IGN Nintendo team, and Craig was getting ready to leave, I believe. And there was a communication that started up, and we were like still actually Nintendo brand ambassadors. So they wanted me to work for the IGN Nintendo team. And they said, hey, we talked to so-and-so who used to work for Got Game, and we've heard great things about you from Game Zone and formerly of 1UP and all this other stuff. And they said, you know, we have a position opening, and you wouldn't necessarily have to move to California. Like, we're open to discussing this. This would be a new thing. But if you don't move out here, the pay is going to be considerably less. And they said, we're trying to, you know, get more influencers to work with us because, you know, they saw that the market was changing with YouTube, where YouTubers were being seen as, like, honest, you know, opinions for video games.
That's until YouTubers started to
And that's before YouTubers became shills and influencers, yeah. So they saw YouTubers as, like, kind of like, they're going to replace gaming company. They're going to repress, like, change traditional media or whatever. So they were reaching out to a bunch of YouTubers at the time. And my name came up because a friend of mine was leaving IGN, and they, you know, dropped the, you know, they were there during the whole Maker Studios thing. Like, and they were devastated because, I mean, we almost had an opportunity to work together, and we worked for a small grassroots Nintendo blog site that was not affiliated, and he was part of Nintendo's IGN team. So he was pretty excited that we might actually get to work together again. But anyway, he stuck around for a little bit, and then, like, the opportunity came up, and we were talking, and the YouTube thing was just doing too well for me. When they offered the payment, I was just like, this is the hours that you say I would need to work, and this is all this other stuff, and this is what I'm doing. I would have to sacrifice my YouTube channel in order to, you know, do this. And they didn't have the IGN Start team anymore, so this was a completely different venture.
Somehow I feel like there's an alternate Earth where you took that job, and then you forced yourself to, like, hardly sleep at all and also do YouTube, and maybe it would have helped us. I don't know.
I don't think I would have lived, though, if I was doing IGN and whatever. But they basically, you know, they reached out to me, we talked, and then the deal wasn't good enough. Like, they were offering not very much based on the hours that I would have to work.
I think I remember it was like, I think whatever it was not enough to pay our current rent that we had in Massachusetts. Like, there was no way we could pay our rent.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we were like, well, then we'd have to move to another state.
Yeah, because I was still doing Arkham coverage. Like, I was doing lore and I was doing other stuff, so I was still maintaining both channels, and the Telltale Batman games were coming out, so it was like, maybe, you know, I can stretch the Batman content. And the Let's Play channel was surviving without Disney Infinity. Like, it still was, you know, getting about 4 million views a month. Like, we dropped 2 million views when Disney Infinity got canceled, so we went from 6 to 4, but we were still, you know, making a pretty good living, and we were able to move from Boston to Pennsylvania. So I weighed all these factors. The Switch was relatively new, or would be coming out. So, you know, I just kind of like, you know, thank you for the offer, but it's not going to work out. And, you know, if an opportunity arises in the future, I would totally be down with that. And, you know, that was really my last big contact there.
Someday it will arise again.
No, it's changed too much. Like, there's too much stuff going on at IGN, and, like, a lot of game trades. Like, people make fun of Kotaku, but I don't think people realize how much of the game journalists act like Kotaku behind the scenes. Their entire publication may not, you know, post articles like that, and they might be balanced and fair, but that mindset, you know, that Kotaku journalists have, that they can very easily, you know, say,
but if you
that's how a lot of press acts.
If you just work as a contract employee and you don't, if you're not, like, in the lunch break room with
in the lunch break room,
like, then you just submit your articles. It doesn't really matter, like, if you agree with, you know, all the stuff that they do off camera and stuff like that. Like, I would think that if you could just submit your articles, then it wouldn't really matter. Like,
you would think so, but I mean, that's what I would do if I would run a company. It's like, I don't care who you vote for, I don't care what you believe politically. I hired you because you're a darn fine journalist.
Yeah, like, that's...
But they don't do that.
Like, I remember when you worked at one game company, and you worked with a Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the
Slow
super chat.
motion, you're breathtaking.
Thank you, slow motion. And Amber's just running something on our thing, and then she'll get back to you.
Yeah. Thank you, slow motion. You're breathtaking. Thank you very much. No, I just remember there were all kinds of people that worked with you as journalists. In fact, there was even like cosplayer girls that worked with you, and like
Yeah, you didn't
all
like that.
kinds of different. No, actually, I didn't mind. It's weird. I don't feel threat. Weirdly enough, I don't know what it is. I feel like I can sense about a girl, like if she's after my man or not, because
Ah!
I feel like I can sense it, because the girl
Okay.
that worked wasn't the girl, the cosplayer girl who was very pretty, like extremely.
I'm gonna be very careful how I answer this
I'm
next
just
question.
gonna say it. She was drop dead gorgeous, and I'm just saying, I'm not trying to, whatever. It's just a fact. She was very pretty.
The bleach blonde?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember her.
I know what her name is. Don't. Otherwise. Oh, anyway. So her boyfriend. She already had a boyfriend though.
Yeah.
Like he worked as like an industry person.
He worked at Lucasfilm, yeah.
Yeah. Her boyfriend worked at Lucasfilm, and also she didn't have like the energy of somebody trying to like flirt with my husband. Like the way she talked to you was just like, oh cool, we're gonna do this article, all right.
Yeah.
So like, even though she was prettier than any girl who's ever worked with you, I still wasn't bothered by her at all, because she didn't feel like the kind of person that would cause you to cheat.
Wait, prettier than every girl that I've ever worked with?
Yeah, you worked with some girls at Maker Studios and some other girls that weren't that pretty, no offense, but I was very jealous of them.
I still work with the prettiest girl I've ever worked with.
You work with somebody right now? I thought you weren't doing any co-op stuff anymore. I thought you said that you weren't doing any stuff they were setting you up with.
Amber.
What? What are you talking
That
about?
completely...
You're working with someone? I thought you said you were gonna... I thought you
Ambi!
said you were gonna tell me if you worked with anyone else.
Ambi, turn off the blonde. I said I'm still working with the prettiest girl I've ever met.
What? What? I thought you said you didn't take the job at
Oh
IGN.
my gosh! You can't understand what I'm saying!
Is that what you're working? Is that why you're recording something upstairs?
No!
You're doing some kind of thing online with someone? What
Oh,
are you talking
I've
about?
been rejected, ladies and gentlemen. Ouch!
I'm
Ouch!
saying-
Oh my gosh! I'm hurt. What in the world?
I thought you said you were gonna tell me and ask me if you were gonna work with... I don't know who
It's
you're working
you!
Oh.
It's you! My gosh! Oh, man. Amber. Alright, continue your story, honey.
I don't know, I feel weird now.
Yeah, you need to feel weird because the blonde shone through too much that time.
I'm saying that she did not seem like she was that kind of girl that would be like flirting with you. But like there were other girls that people tried to set you up with that were not very pretty, and they were like super like
Geeky?
yeah, they were like always trying to talk to you after they did the job, like for hours on end. That was what bothered me. I liked how that one girl just, even though she was very pretty, she just did her job and then went home. And like that made me feel a lot better. Also, the fact that she said that she liked me and she thought I was cool and stuff, that's a really good sign, because I was like, well, that means she's just not trying to backstab me. That was really nice. So I think like you can kind of tell. It's not really about how pretty the girl is. It's more like, is she trying to steal your man or not? Like, you have to have this vibe about it. What?
Listen, I just can't believe you didn't catch that compliment. You still thought I was talking about other women. That's funny. Thank you again for the super chat. This is from, who is this? This is, Trax? Tarks! Tark.
Tarks9. Thank you, Tarks9. You're breathtaking.
Oh my goodness. My viewer activity.
There was a girl that Luke was doing collabs with, but basically like they were supposed to be doing collabs with a certain network or gaming company. I won't say what, but basically she was very famous, and still is apparently.
My board is screwed up. If you don't have an assignment,
I don't know.
report in.
But, they really seem to. For me, I'm a very jealous person, so basically, for me, it bothered me because she knew a lot of nostalgic things that Luke knew about the '90s, but that's okay. I mean, like, I think I was reading too much into it.
She was way younger than
Yeah.
us. Like, I wouldn't say she was like a '90s gamer. Like, she might have grown up with some stuff.
Maybe she was trying to act like she knew everything.
Her channel was like a retro channel, but somebody was writing for her behind the scenes.
I was confused how she knew all this stuff from back in the day.
That's why she switched from retro reviews to doing indie stuff, because indie stuff was like, you know, new and upcoming, and she really based her channel on that. But she started doing retro stuff, and she had like an ex-boyfriend or somebody helping her write like her impressions about games that didn't come out when she was alive. But it was just like, you know how like there are drama channels where people jump on the bandwagon to get involved with like all the YouTube drama going around? There was a time period where people would lie about the games that they played in order to like follow that trend of being a retro reviewer.
That's why you stopped. That's why Luke stopped retro reviews, because
I ran out of games that I actually played.
He didn't want to become like, there was a whole group of people that would just make up, like, they thought it was fine to like be like, and here's a review I played when I was 6 years old. I remember my mom getting this for me on my 6th birthday, and I played it all day with some Twizzlers and soda, and I listened to some 80s music or something. Like, they would make up a story about their memory of the game, and then you look at their profile, you look at their birthday,
see when they were
and
born.
then you look at the date that came out, and you realize, oh my gosh,
yeah,
the person was not alive when this game released.
The problem with that is, like, then you
They
could be
made
like,
the
well,
story up.
there was a brother or sister that still had the system, when in reality, there wasn't really a retro crowd until YouTube.
Yeah,
because
also,
what most people did is when a new system came out, you would sell your old system. There was really no, like, hidden, like, fight club / like, retro forum group where all these people were basically hoarding all their stuff. Like, most people got rid of their game collection because in high school, you were ridiculed if you were a gamer. Like, if you had a girlfriend come over, or you had a bunch of guys over, and they saw that you were, like, still holding on to stuff from your childhood, like video games and things like that, you got crucified.
Yeah, but also a lot of their stories have to do with, I remember when this game came out.
Yeah.
And then when they're called on it, they're like, oh, well, I just got it used. It's like, but your story that you elaborated on for 20 minutes, you were talking about when the date the game came out, and the year.
So basically, when we had James Ralph and all these other people that, you know, actually kept a lot of their stuff, a lot of these retro gamers, like 2005 through 2007, like, there was this big boom where people started to go, and the retro market swelled because people were actually going back and buying games that they used to own when they were a kid, because gaming, like, especially retro games, were more accepted now. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, you still play that old system? There was, like, more of a kind of, like, a badge of honor thing. Like, yeah, I had the Intellivision, or I had this Commodore system or something. You know, you could openly talk about this stuff. Where before it was kind of like, if you were a gamer, the only thing that you could get away talking about, like, socially, was, like, whatever the new stuff was. GameCube, N64, PlayStation, PS2, Xbox, PC. Anything older than that, they're like, oh, why are you playing that old system? It's like, why do you still have this? So it's like, well, I couldn't find... I remember, I even got embarrassed. I was like, I had people come over and they're like, why do you still have a Super Nintendo? It's like, you know, I haven't found a way of selling these yet, and I just kind of hold on to it for, you know.
Why would they say that?
And then they
would have no idea how much that would be worth
someday. And then they went up to the girls in high school, and, like, people already had, like, this mean reputation about me. They're like, I went over to Luke's house the other day. You wouldn't believe he still has the baby Super Nintendo system.
Why would that be a baby system? It's awesome.
But, you know... that kind of stuff, I mean, that would happen a lot to people my age back then. Gaming became, like, a more accepted thing. But even if parts of gaming were accepted back in the day, not everything was accepted. Like, it went basically by, like, what the new thing was. The old thing was old, so it wasn't cool anymore.
Well, my brothers and I, like, we didn't even talk about... I think my brothers only talked about games with each other. They didn't talk about it with anyone. All of my 90% of the games that I had were used. I got all of the Sonic games at a garage sale, probably like 7 or 8 years after they came out.
Oh, you would make a killing at garage sales because all these like parents and like kids who are like worried about, you know, being discovered that they're a gamer or they want to buy the next system, because people like complain today that game systems were so expensive. Game systems were wicked expensive back in the day. People just forget.
And then you could get them really cheap at a garage sale, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that's where I got my pink Game Boy Advance, was a garage sale, and it was like
Probably.
one of my favorite systems ever. It was like really cool. But also I think this favorite system I had was, I mean, I only had one system really growing up.
Most people did.
It was a, I mean, for me, my brothers had the NES, but like I said, I didn't play their system because there was like rules about who could play it and whatever. So I had, you know, because my parents felt bad for me because my brothers didn't. I had to ask them permission to play their system, which they would usually say no. So I mean, so my parents felt bad for me. So then they saw a Sega Genesis at a garage sale with like 5 games, and that was most of my what I would just play those games. I had like Rocket Knight Adventure, like 3 Sonic games, and this stupid Toy Story game, which I hated.
Yeah, that Toy Story game was nasty. That game was like...
I think that game gave me nightmares.
I think that game might actually be harder than Dark Souls. Like the Toy Story game.
I mean, I didn't even make it that far. I didn't even make it past the Buzz Lightyear boss.
Not many people have.
The Buzz Lightyear boss was terrifying to me, but I guess some people made it past that.
I'm just going to interject one sec. Guys and gals, let's keep those likes up. Also, we're trying to find this data pack, this dastardly data pack, that's in... it looks like we're right near the Diamond District sign, but I'm on the ground level and I can't see this. So I don't know if this is actually underground in the sewer or if this is up on a high-rise building or something, but I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like, when I met you, though, I didn't think of Nintendo as a baby system, because my brothers would be... My brothers would be raging on that. And it was, you know, there were really hard games on there. I never thought of that as a baby system. I saw that as a system for people that were super hardcore. So, like, when you told me, you know, you liked PlayStation and all this, and, like, it didn't really... I never thought of it as a baby... I've never thought of Nintendo as a baby system, ever.
Well, they're not.
Right. It's hard. Like, NES is hard.
But you would basically have casuals. Casuals would chastise and make fun of gamers because they weren't gamers.
But they don't understand how hard it is.
Right. Whoops, we have to take this guy down. Ouch! Oh gosh. Snipers!
So what you're saying is, James Ralph,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to say his name,
Close enough.
is somewhat partially contributed to making retro gaming cool.
Him, and there were like, I'd say there were 10 other people, plus there was a big rise for like emulation, and people had like like emulation started up like in 1998. Like it really started to kind of pick up. And then like people would feel kind of guilty. They were like, well, technically what they're doing is piracy, right? So they'd be like, yeah, it's so great to revisit these games, but I want to actually hold this game in the palm of my hand again. Like I had good, like, you know how people have like good memories based on TV shows and, you know, going to like baseball games with their dad. For an entire generation of people from like 1985 through the 90s, video games were a very important part of their, not only their memories, but their childhood. So just to be able to hold that physical game in their hand again, I mean, it created this whole retro boom. So no longer were people selling their systems at garage sale. They were actually going and finding out how much these games were actually worth. Some of them were sealed in boxes. It was like just this huge explosion of retro culture.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's terrifying to think. I mean, my parents must have gotten... I'm going to take an estimate that my parents got the Sega Genesis, like, 6 or 7 years after it came out.
Probably, yeah.
With 5 games.
Yep.
I'm going to guess they probably paid about $40 for everything.
Probably, yeah.
And that's a huge deal because, like, Like, compared to how much that would have actually cost, new, plus all those games. I mean, I got that for very cheap.
I don't even think, like, it wasn't until the mid 2000s that a lot of, like, gaming stores would start to sell reused games. Like,
Yeah,
when
like they
when
didn't
you
even
would go
sell it.
when you
Yeah.
would go to a video game store like EB Games or Babbage's prior to the 2000s, you
Yeah.
could not find several systems before in the bargain bin.
Like, you could only sell the, like, garage sale was the only place you could go.
For anything older than 15 years. Like, you would always, like, in the bargain bin at a lot of places like Babbage's, EB Games, which was called Electronics Boutique was what
the
EB Games.
electronic
Yeah.
boutique.
So you could always find the last generation system in a bargain bin. And some of the like last couple games that released for that system, like within its last year or two, you could still buy quote unquote new. But the bargain bin would be like where they started to experiment, like in the early 2000s, where you could get Super Nintendo again, and they
Yeah.
would reissue it and have like this red, kind of like red box with like the Super Nintendo game would be inside of like this really bad cardboard because they don't have the original box, so they'd stick it
Yeah.
in like this really almost like think of it like sitting inside of something, and then they would wrap it up with like some type of cling wrap. They put a price on it, and they would stick it in the bargain bin like outside of EB Games.
Yeah, I think I remember stuff like that
Yeah.
vaguely, but my family used to go to a special game store in
Oops.
Illinois, which I think you had gone.
Funko Land.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never went there once. They would always ask me, "Do you want to go there?" And I was like,
Yep,
no.
Funko Land and all those like retro stores started to really explode. I would say by like 2001, 2002.
But you have to understand, like, I was doing all my music stuff.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't have time, so
Mm-hmm.
between doing my homework and practicing my violin, if I had like 10 minutes, I would play 10 minutes of Sonic, and then when I was done, I would actually leave Sonic on pause, and then he would be tapping his foot for almost like 40 minutes staring at me.
Yep.
And he would be waiting for me, and I knew that face well where he would be angry at me for having to wait.
Wait, I finished it? I didn't even see it finish.
Yeah, that's probably why I know the Sonic music so well. Cause
Of course, you probably. I used to have like a Chrono Trigger's main theme, or not main theme. When I would be doing something, like I used to draw at my desk, my little desk when I was a kid, and I would have the Chrono Trigger music, the world map of like the present, and I would just have Chrono and company just sit on the world map, and the music would be playing.
I never thought of Nintendo as a baby system. I thought of it as like everybody else is playing PlayStation, and for the few, the proud, the people that have an NES or an SNES, I thought of it as like it's a secret to everyone. Like how cool it is. Like it's a secret, because if you would actually get a Nintendo system, you'd realize, oh my gosh, this is amazing. These games have so much heart and soul in them, you know?
Deanna gave you a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Miss Deanna. Oh, see. Oh. Okay, thank you. All right. Wow, interesting. Thank you, Miss Deanna says. Miss Amber, when I was a kid, I would hear people say that Nintendo systems are for little kids by Xbox and PlayStation fangirls and fanboys. When I knew how hard Super Mario Sunshine was at the time. You rock, Miss Deanna. You're amazing. Isn't Deanna cool?
Yeah, Deanna's very cool. So I mean, you know, when you match together, like James like capitalized on something that's actually pretty incredible, because the retro market was just starting to get, you know, its bearing again. It was kind of like an experimental thing where people were starting to rebuy their memories, like,
Yeah.
and then in 2005 is when he started doing his show, and you had copycat people come out, and then you had more people, like I came on the scene, and I
Yeah.
did like
You did your own take
I did
on that.
positive retro reviews,
Right.
and I blew up. And then, like, by then, I mean, retro was kind of like, it had a prominent place in gaming again. And then the indie thing happened next. And the indie guys were so inspired by the boom of the retro market, and based on, you know, the technology that they had available to make their games, they kind of revitalized retro too, because they were making brand new games with 16 and 8-bit style graphics.
Right, yeah, they were making retro-inspired games.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And now retro is just just as big a part of the game industry, you know, as like current gen systems.
Maybe I will have to try Super Mario Sunshine, Miss Deanna, at some point. What
we have
system
it.
is that on?
GameCube.
Do you think I could get past that?
Oh wait,
I don't know.
weren't you were on the series when we did Super Mario Sunshine? It re-released on Nintendo Switch 4 or 5 years ago.
Maybe I could try it
Yeah.
on my own at some point.
Of course, you have access to all the game systems. When you and I got married, everything that we own became ours. Like every possession that I have is your possession. That's how it works. Unless we sign some type of like waiver that says, you know, otherwise, which we didn't, so. How am I supposed to do this one?
Interesting. Those were the same people that said, wow, Zelda's too hard, Mario's too hard. I still think it's for little kids, though. I've always known that Nintendo games were hard, but they act so surprised about it, says Deanna.
Yep.
Yeah, that is strange. Like, just because a game is happy doesn't mean it's for kids and doesn't mean it's not hard.
You got it. Alright, so what do they want me to do here? Is this underground? It's always hard to find all this stuff. So yeah, I just thought I would share that with you guys, because, I mean, it was kind of... I was a big retro person. I still kind of am a retro person. I love the fact that there are new games, like, the past, like, 10 years that release with, like, Super Nintendo or Sega or even, like, N64 style well, not so much N64. NES and Super Nintendo graphics. I think that's amazing. I love that. It makes me happy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sons of Gaming. I mean, it does feel like, I mean, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it does feel like maybe because the Nintendo NES was geared towards Japanese kids, maybe that could be true, Sons of Gaming. I don't know, because they are, I mean, they have a high level of like, stuff that's directed towards Japanese audiences. It's just like, it is much harder.
Yeah, but they didn't actually release the real Super Mario Brothers 2 in America because they said Americans wouldn't be able to beat it. So they took a game called Doki Doki Panic, and they swapped out the sprites and made them Mario sprites, and they released that game as Super Mario 2, and that Super Mario game actually was kind of hard too, but I mean, it wasn't as hard as the Lost Levels, because they thought American children would cry. So they didn't release it until many years later, when Mario the Lost Levels showed up on, for the first time, the first ever completion, like the actual collection, the first ever gaming collection, like containing multiple games on one cartridge, was Super Mario All-Stars.
Amber playing Super Mario Sunshine. Yes, says BJ Williams.
That could also be considered not only the first gaming collection, but also was the first remaster of an original game.
If I played Super Mario Sunshine, it would be the second game that I was inspired by Miss Deanna to play, because I started playing Spiritfarer, and I liked that a lot. So maybe I could try the Mario Sunshine. I don't know. I have never played through a GameCube game on my own before. That'd be my first GameCube game I would ever play through, because I haven't.
Oh, as a YouTuber, you did
On my
play.
own.
You did play through a GameCube game.
What game did I play through?
Kirby's Air Ride.
Oh, yeah.
You used to play that in your apartment.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
And you were playing another GameCube game. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh yeah, Woo Bear says, oh my gosh, all this talk about retro games is dating Luke. Dates Luke. But it is cool to learn history from Luke.
Yes, Luke is old. So I'm more Super Nintendo old than I am NES. I was a little kid when NES came out, so I don't you know.
Luke was -6 when the Nintendo came out.
No, I wasn't negative.
-12.
No, I was little. But like the 90s was like, even though I say I'm like, you know, born in the 80s, I was born in the 80s, but like I remember the 90s more than I do the 80s. I can remember, the most I remember about the 1980s are like TV shows, and like probably the most of the 80s that I remember is 1988 through like 1989.
There is Japanese kids difficulty and then journalist difficulties. That Sons of Gaming. I did see that one YouTuber that I forgot, he does the emotional damage thing.
Emotional damage.
And he has a video about they have like easy, normal, hard, very hard, and then they have like Asian difficulty. And he has a and
yeah,
he does
I've
it,
seen
and
that.
it's like he's walking, and then he trips on a twig, he dies. A leaf hits him on the shoulder,
He
he's
dies,
dead.
yeah.
Wind blows towards him, and he's dead.
Yeah. That's great.
And then I think at the end of that video, he actually switches it to easy or normal modes.
And then he gets ridiculed by the game and he dies.
Yeah.
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 Hey guys, do you know where this data pack is? I'm kind of lost. I've been looking for it, but I can't find it. It says I'm right above it, but I don't see anything.
Oh yeah, Steven. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I don't.
Stephen Hay?
He's a comedian that got super famous, like doing YouTube videos. Like he used to be a stand-up comedian, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then he got
You're
super big.
Thank you for the highlighted message. BJ Williams says, "Happy 4 months. 14 months, Amber and Old Man." Oh my gosh! Oh no! Here's to lots of Let's Plays in 2024. Thank you, BJ Williams. You're breathtaking.
Sadness.
Thank you for the super chat. Justo Kenobi says, "I remember some NES games being hard, and you couldn't save back in those days. You had to beat the game in one sitting."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or you had to use a password system. But most games didn't allow you to save. Yup.
Yeah, thank you, Justo Kenobi. You're breathtaking. Yeah, I just remember struggling with Battletoads because that's one of the games that my brothers actually had, so I was able to play it a little bit. Then when I went to my friend's house, we went to like a snow world or something with Battletoads, and she had a Game Genie, and she's like, "I don't want to play this level." She's like, "Let's skip it," and I was like, "Skip it? What are you talking about?"
Game Genie.
And she's like, "You don't have one of these?" And I was like, no. And I was just shocked that I was seeing levels that I had never gotten anywhere near because, you know, like Justo was saying, you'd have to complete it in basically one sitting. So once you ran out of lives, you know, I would keep dying at the same place. So if I've only made it to World 3, in 3 weeks, if I tried it again, I would only make it to World 3. If I tried it again in a few days, I would make it to World 3 again. Maybe World 3 and one more level.
I'm sensing a theme with World 3.
But I'm just saying, like, I would never make it past because I would never have enough lives to get past that. You could not die at all because you'd have to have enough lives to make it to the next world.
Yup. That is correct. Am I not in the Diamond District anymore?
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that John Williams is giving a lot of really interesting things of information that I keep missing. It says, hard to believe AVGN only really happened because he met some dude at college that happened to have Simon's Quest and needed to make a short for film school.
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yep.
My mom and dad and I love retro games. We played them a lot. I think we still have the N64. Awesome, Twilight Alex.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember they had all different colors for the N64.
They did. They had a lot of colors for the N64. I only had the regular black color, though. Because I remember I tried to talk to my dad. I was a teenager, though, and he was like, "You want a different colored N64. What does it do? Is it like that expansion pack we bought a year or two ago?" I was like, "No, it's just it's a different colored system." He's like, "Oh, you want it?" He's like, get a job. It's like, I think I will. And by the time I saved up enough money to buy it, the GameCube came out.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's why you like the GameCube so much.
Well, I mean, I worked hard for the GameCube. It was not a Christmas or birthday present. I bought it. I bought it with my own money.
Joe Troll says, had a reverse case with Castlevania 3, where the Western version was actually harder than the Japanese one because of the lack of checkpoints and a section in the final boss.
Yep.
Interesting, Joe Taro.
There are some Japanese games that are actually easier than American, but for the most part, Japanese games are harder than American. I don't know if that still works today or not. I mean, games in general are just scaled down difficulty-wise tremendously. Give me a break. Oh, you could see where he broke it. Oh, wow, that's pretty accurate.
The GameCube was one of my favorite consoles of all time, says Tim.
So, let me ask you guys and gals, is this riddle thingy actually underground, or do we have a chance of actually nabbing this thing?
Thank you guys and gals for the super chats today. You guys are breathtaking.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys and gals.
And thank you for, I mean, I just thought of it. Maybe I will do Super Mario Sunshine, Miss Deanna. We'll see. I mean, she didn't actually suggest for me to, but she was saying, I remember playing this game and it was hard, and I'm thinking, well, I'm trying to learn to play hard games.
GameCube games are hard.
Maybe I will try it.
Mm-hmm. I think it was because...
What is it? What is Super Mario Sunshine? Is that the one where you're cleaning stuff up?
Yep.
And it has Bowser Jr. in it?
Yep.
So is the game fun, or is it not fun then? It is fun?
It depends who you
remember.
ask. Mario Sunshine had a mixed bag with fans. Like, because people wanted a true sequel to Mario 64, and we didn't get that. So the GameCube was like a very experimental time for Nintendo.
Doesn't that have the really good music to it? Where it sounds like you're at the beach or something?
Yep.
So that was a fun game, I think. People liked that one.
No, it got a mixed reception.
It's kind of, it would be considered, like, if I was trying to get through it, it would probably it would be hard for me to get through it.
It doesn't have like a love-hate relationship. It's not like a Gotham Knights situation where like people majorly hate it, majorly hate it, or like they don't. The people with Sunshine, it's like it has people that really love it, and then it has people that are just kind of indifferent to it. Like they played it, but it's not one of their favorite Mario games.
Okay, let me just tell you what's going on in my mind, because I was thinking, after I'm done playing through the Spider-Man stuff and stuff like that...
Didn't we uninstall that game though?
I did, because I didn't have room for it, so maybe I'll have to do something else. But basically, I was thinking about playing something like Ocarina of Time, but I'm pretty sure that's too hard for me.
No, it's not.
So maybe I would play something more fun like Mario Sunshine. Even though I think that will also be difficult, but at least it will have happy music.
If you think that Ocarina of Time would be harder than Sunshine, Sunshine is harder.
Mario Sunshine would be harder to
Yep.
get through?
Play Ocarina of Time first, and then you'll get used to that style of gaming, and you'll be fine by the time you get to Sunshine.
Are those both on the same system?
Ocarina of Time was only remade on the 3DS, and we can't really do 3DS at the moment.
Ocarina of Time is an N64 game?
Grab the Switch over there, honey. I want to see if it's part of the Nintendo Switch Online service.
What system did it come out on?
N64. You were so cute. Grab the Switch. Grab the Switch, little one.
Because I think Deanna likes to play some of the same
Yeah.
games I like.
Deanna likes to play the same games you play, yep.
I'm just going off of, because every game that you've said you like, Miss Deanna, I end up liking. And I know you like games that have a lot of heart and are happy, and that's the kind of games I like. So I might try something like that.
Let's see.
I don't know.
You just have to go to the N64 service and see if it's on there. That'll show you the games that are available on 64.
It doesn't feel like it would be that hard, though. You just have to clean up all the spills, right? There's no... Oh, wait, you have to direct the water and stuff. You have to solve puzzles, and you have to do all kinds of stuff. I
mean, you might have forgotten, but when I covered that game, I did rage. There was rage involved with Mario Sunshine.
Do you have to beat bosses and stuff, or? Oh, I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I'll just give up.
Don't give up. You haven't even tried yet.
I don't think I can.
Alright, so what games are on the N64, like, online service?
I don't know.
Do you see Zelda?
I just was thinking about it, but I don't think I can do it.
Relax. Keep scrolling. Yeah, Zelda's on there.
There's this one, F-Zero, but that's a racing game. I can't do that.
Zelda's right there.
Oh, I don't see
See?
it.
It's right there.
This is the only game I know how to play on here. I know how to play Dr. Mario.
So also your K-Wife account has, because you're part of the 5 family thing, so you have access to N64 games too.
I can't play this one.
You can play anything.
Star Fox 64, that's too hard.
Yes, you can.
Look, I just saw you play that 2 years ago, and that was extremely difficult.
You played Arkham and Spider-Man.
Look,
you can handle Star Fox.
I will never play Star Fox.
You probably won't get all the gold medals.
No, I won't get through it.
Yes, you'll get through it.
No, I will not.
Yes, you will.
No, I will not.
Star Fox is not a hard game. It's a hard game if you try to get all the medals.
Luke, I saw you playing that game, and I could see beads of sweat come down your face.
Well, I was trying to get a good score, and I had people saying, "You suck at this game."
Oh, I'm sorry for saying that to you while you were playing.
Woo.
No, I'm just kidding.
Doop, 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 doop.
I was the only one there.
Learn this now, ladies and gentlemen. There is no one more savage in life than your wife.
You were doing uploads, so the only person who could have been saying you suck was there was only one person in the room.
That was Star Fox Zero, and it was uploads.
No, you uploaded Star Fox 64 for Facebook.
Oh,
We
that was
recently did it.
yeah, that was a Facebook thing. You're right. You're right.
And it was scary to watch because you had a lot of. It was stressful. I didn't enjoy it. It was very.
What?
What?
Why can't I do it?
No, I enjoyed listening to. I think you.
Huh?
I think you purposely killed Slippy multiple times in that.
Oh.
Like you shot him down on purpose. It was kind of horrifying.
I didn't like Slippy. Slippy brought back painful memories.
Someone in the chat says they like Pokemon Stadium. I don't know what that is.
Stadium is a really fun Pokemon game on N64.
Most of these I don't really know what they are. Puzzle League. Oh, you're playing Harvest Moon off the N64 thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have no way of video capturing an N64. So
I've never played this one.
What?
Kirby.
Yes, you have.
I have?
Mm-hmm. Don't you remember that you were so excited to get that Wii Kirby collection that had like 9 Kirby games?
I played
That
this
was on there.
one? I don't remember that.
That's okay. It was many years ago. You'd be surprised. Like, in fact, the whole time I was doing the news video on all these delisted Switch games that we're releasing tomorrow, I was kind of reminiscing because we've covered every single one of them. Like, all 17 games that are being delisted. Origami King, Tropical Freeze, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, Pikmin 3, Metroid Dread, Kirby Star Allies, Xenoblade, New Super Mario Bros. U, Fire Emblem Houses, Fire Emblem Engage, Yoshi's Crafted World, WarioWare Get It Together, Nintendo Switch Sports, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Maker, Mario Strikers Battle League. We did all of those.
These are all the ones that are on the Nintendo 64 right now.
Yeah, they add more all the time.
Alright, I will say the ones that I know for a fact are hard.
Okay.
This one, Wave Race, is hard.
Wave Race is not hard.
Excite Bike, hard. Ocarina of Time, hard. This one, Zelda game, hard. Banjo-Kazooie, not hard, but, well, frustrating.
Banjo-Kazooie is frustrating. What do you mean not hard?
It's not hard, but it's frustrating.
Hmm.
You have to wander around. Okay, maybe it is hard. I've actually not played it through on my own.
I thought it was hard. I struggled
it is
with
hard.
Banjo-Kazooie.
It is the mini games and having to like race people down the mountain. It is hard. It is hard. It is hard. It's not hard for me to watch. It is hard to play.
Have we played Mortal Kombat? Yes, I've not played Death Stranding. I don't understand the appeal. Death Stranding is that game by Kojima, I think. So, is this data pack that I'm searching for, guys, like, actually underground? Like, where is it?
How do you go back? How do I do this? I just go back here? They don't have any Sega Genesis games on the Nintendo, though.
Yes, they do.
Oh, how would they have that?
Well, I mean, I don't think I have it available anymore, but I might have erased it.
They have that Sega Genesis. I just have the Sega Genesis collection on the PS5.
No, the Sega Genesis. You actually have a. Let me see, because I was playing this a while ago. No, it's okay.
There was a game system over there.
You saw Sega?
No, I just saw a game system. I don't know what it is up there.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
Super
purple.
Nintendo. Oh, that's Game Boy Advance.
Oh, I've never seen a Game Boy Advance that looks like that. My Game Boy Advance was pink.
Your Game Boy Advance was pink. I never finished that. I really liked the Ninja Gaiden 3 thing on Switch. Like, the fixed version was really good, but I never got to finish that on the 01 channel.
Oh yeah, that game is supposed to be good. That
Well, that's weird. Our Sega Genesis collection, which has like 50 games, is missing.
I'm sorry.
It might have
We'll
accidentally
figure
got
it out.
erased.
I may have erased it to make room for stuff.
Yeah, never. You only have to. You don't have to actually erase games. There it is. So the Sega Genesis Classic
it doesn't
Collection.
look red, it looks purple, so it's hard to see.
Yeah, the Sega Genesis Classic Collection has like tons of games. All right, so I'm looking at the chat now, guys and gals. Where's this Enigma pack? Yes, I played Ghost of Tsushima. Of course I did. I did the entire main story on the 01 channel. I didn't get to the DLC, though, because when it released, I was doing other stuff. I never got a chance to do the DLC. I regret that, but I was never able to. Did we finish Wario Land 3? No. What's going on?
What's the matter?
Usually at this time we're like at
I'm
2,000.
sorry. I don't know what happened. I'll just share this in
Hey
more
guys and
Facebook
gals,
groups.
we're kind of getting like some of our likes taken away, so make sure you guys smash that like button and try to keep the like goal going. Not to get all, likes and shares bring people in. I don't like how you have to refresh this in order to get it to work.
I'm sorry, I guess I got off tangent.
No, you're fine. I've been milking Arkham now for almost 3 months. Like, people are eventually going to get tired of it. Like, I am getting tired of it.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
People are gonna watch this for 17 trillion years and not get tired at all.
No. Especially when the streamer can't find the data pack they're searching for. It's very frustrating.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, so we found that one.
Speaking of new content, there's something for Pokemon coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
And something for, like, another game, but we can only do one of them.
I think what I'm going to do, we'll come back to this because I don't know where it is. And we're going to try to get the data packs that are over in this direction. Because I think that would be easier. And then we'll focus, because I've spent a lot of time here. I've spent like 20 minutes trying to find this, and I'm just going to, we'll come back to it. What happened to the item list then? When did that break?
I don't know. I don't know.
I never actually erased this.
It is weird, Luke.
It's still not working. Weird. Oh, I know why. Because we got hit.
I don't understand.
It messed up the program. Okay, so I'm going to go get this one now. So I changed. We're going to get the ones on the waterfront.
Well, now I have some ideas for stuff I could do.
Mm-hmm. 104.
I am going to try to finish Spider-Man, but I had to... Guys, I had to delete Spider-Man off of our PS5 because there wasn't enough room. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Fine. Inside the Diamond District, there's an elevated road running north to south. It's on a road droggle? Wow. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah,
What?
we already said it, right? We got that video up to 5,000 likes.
Yeah, you got that video up to 5,000 likes.
Everybody.
Everybody did, yep. You already talked about
I'm
that.
sorry, I keep forgetting.
You're fine. No worries.
Sorry. Well, I went to the park today. I was gonna pop my shoulder back into place by using the jungle gym.
Ooh.
But there was a person already using the jungle gym, so I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think they were
And
gonna
I
use
was
it for
like-
that purpose.
I was like, darn it. I was gonna try to hang from the monkey bars and see if I could, like, put my shoulder back. Then I was thinking, like,
Ow.
what if I accidentally hurt myself and there's nobody around to help me? I'm calling for help and I'm at the park all alone. What will I do? I have to keep my phone by me, so in case I lose the ability to use my limbs, I could just like crawl over on my shoulders.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
fine out loud.
Then I would have to dial you on the phone with my nose.
Yeah, you'd have to nose dial. Alright guys, we're about 20 away from our next like goal. Let's keep it up. Because the views aren't doing the best for a Batman stream.
I don't know what's happening with it, Luke.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of factors. Usually we had a lot of foot traffic from, like, topic videos, but the topic videos are a week old, so YouTube is, like, starting to remove us from the search engine again because we're not... There are no relevant topics that we discuss. So tomorrow's topic, hopefully we'll get stuff energized again, and this weekend's topic video will hopefully get things energized.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not... Live streams basically keep it stable, but, I mean, there's more to it than that. Like, even if tomorrow's, like, topic video only gets, like, 2,000 views, the channel should recover. It needs to get at least, like, 1 or 2, though. Can't just get a few hundred, or that would be bad.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's why it's...
I was having fun learning about different games.
Oh yeah, no worries. That's why it's gonna have a really heavy clickbait title, because I have to get people in. So I'm gonna do what I told you last time. I'm gonna put Miyamoto on the thumbnail holding the Nintendo Switch 2 that says like $400.
I guess we're gonna have to start doing prank videos.
No, I don't want to do prank videos.
I saw a... I'm not gonna describe what it is, because I think it's inappropriate to describe it if it's somewhat... It's a prank video, and I won't just say what the kid did, but it's a family that does prank videos, and the kid basically did a prank video pretending that they were seriously injured.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
In front of their parents, and like they collapsed, and like it was like like they faked that something really bad was happening to them, and it was very disturbing. And they were just like, let us know what you think next time in the comments. And it's like, you almost gave your parents a heart attack for a prank video. Like, is nothing sacred? Like, there needs to be a line here. Like, you can't do a prank video where you scare your parents half to death that you're hurt. Like, that's not...
Surprise!
I'll tell you later what the person did.
Oh,
Because
I'm
not,
sure they did something stupid.
I don't want to talk about it here. It was obviously... they uploaded it to YouTube, but... Obviously it got past the YouTube censors, but I don't want to give anyone any
YouTube
ideas.
censors are kind of a joke, so...
Like, there is no censorship.
Mm-mm.
And I found it ironic because they did, like, a PSA at the beginning, like, don't do this or you might get hurt. All right, now I'm gonna... It's just like, why would you make a PSA saying don't do this and then randomly do it?
Yeah.
Show yourself doing it and how you would do it right after that. Yeah, it's weird. A lot of the prank videos are staged. That's true, saying. I don't know, like... These prank videos are just weird, like, and they don't make any sense. A lot of them are odd, like, like, I find it odd, like, especially, like, these videos in which it's a couple, like that does a video, like, quote, that it's, like, spontaneous, but they're like, I'm just gonna talk to my husband about this, or I'm gonna talk to my boyfriend about this, and let them know that, you know, like, you know, our house burned down, or something stupid. And there's a camera right there, and then they have, like, a, quote, unique reaction. But in reality, would they be blind? Do they not see that there's a camera set up? Obviously, it's not, like... Even, I'm playing devil's advocate or whatever, like, okay, say the person really thought that this was real, which obviously they didn't, because they probably already discussed how they're going to pretend to do this before the video. If they really didn't know that it was, you know, staged, like, they would see the camera there. I mean, you'd have to be, like, dumb as a brick not to know that. Like,
Dumb as a brick?
like, you'd have to know, like, that there's a camera right there. I mean, you would think in some of these videos they'd be like, hey, I just want to let you know that our entire, you know, life savings is gone, our entire house is burnt to the ground, but our cats are okay. It's like, alright, why is there a camera there? Like, I don't know.
Why is there a camera
I
there?
don't know. Why? Because I wanted to remember this moment, this horrible moment in which I told you this horrible thing about our life.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was like from the very beginning of us on YouTube. People were asking Luke to do prank videos. They're like, it would be hilarious if you threw water in Amber's face when she was sleeping. They're like, and film it. And they were like, and Luke was like, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to die. It's like...
I mean, that wouldn't be very nice either. Like,
Also,
Amber and I were a Let's Play channel. It's like, if we
yeah.
started as a prank channel, yeah, of course, but...
I think, like, we tried to cut it... I mean, maybe we would have to do something like that to get views, but I really hope not.
Prank channels aren't really popular anymore.
I really hope not, because I just... I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to your family if you're doing pranks on them, like, all the time. Especially if they don't even know it and it's mean. Like, if you're just throwing food in their face or something and then you're like, haha, I got you, I made a video. It's like, okay, you made yourself a video showing yourself be a complete jerk. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be tricky. Okay. This is a tricky one. Maybe the title is making YouTube mad.
Oh, really?
It could be. Alright, let's try this. I don't think they like the word dastard. Because, I mean, it's not really getting any traction in this stream. So these are tricky data pack. But also, I mean, if you don't get the likes and shares up enough, I mean, the videos struggle. Which is annoying.
We were getting the likes at the beginning.
Yep. Hey, guys and gals, if you haven't already, make sure you guys smash that like button. It really helps out a lot. Otherwise, the video doesn't do well. We're like... I mean, we got so much revenue from Super Chats, so we're very thankful for that. But, like, if we didn't get Super Chats, this stream, like, is kind of underperforming. Which is a little scary. Because, I mean, the Arkham streams have always easily gotten 1,000 views, like, within the first, like, hour. And we're, like, way... we're, like, back at November, October stream numbers. And it's like, what's going on? So that's a little scary. Alright, so I need to do this. Why didn't you blow it up, you idiot? He looked at it, he was like, what does this contraption do? Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Daniel says, there's a lot of pranks that were, like, I unsubscribed to because there are a lot of pranks that say, not saying I love you back pranks, says Daniel. So it's like, I love you. And the person's like, okay, see you later. You don't have to say I love you back. Like, I mean, you should just do the Han Solo thing. I love you. I know. Oh, no. Thank you for sharing on Facebook, Jacob. Really appreciate that.
This is gonna take a while. This is why save state would be nice for this section.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh, John Williams. There's a prankster that his entire prank is just getting into other people's cars, strangers' cars. The dumbest part of this is that the person actually lives in Texas, and this is the worst state to do that kind of stunt in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because everyone is carrying in Texas. It reminds me of the Miss Congeniality movie where she's on stage. She's supposed to be protecting, like, the contestants. Oh, have you seen Miss Congeniality, Luke?
Yeah.
It's a girly movie. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, she's on stage and there's this guy, and she notices he has a, firearm or whatever, and she just like leaps off the stage. She's like, he has a firearm, and then like they kind of like wrestle her to the ground. They're like, it's Texas. Everyone has one.
Don't worry about it, Twilight
don't
Alex.
worry about it, Alex. It was amazing. It was the thought that counts, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's all right.
If you send it, try to get it back so you get your refund or whatever you need to do.
Yeah, I think that it was going to be sent online, and I think they canceled it online.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no worries, Alex. I'm glad you got your violin. No, we were actually able to... Should I say it or not?
Yeah.
We were able to get one, Alex. We were able to get a Switch OLED. We were able to get a really good deal on one.
I got Amber it the day after Christmas because I was planning on getting her it for Christmas, and we didn't have enough money to get it. We got paid like a little after Christmas, and I went to the store and I picked it up for her.
Yeah.
So.
You actually did a great deed, though, Alex. I knew that it was coming, so I renewed my P.O. Box. My P.O. Box was almost canceled at the time.
Yeah.
So it was actually a God moment. If you hadn't been sending that, I would have had my P.O. Box canceled, and everybody that was sending stuff, I wouldn't have got their stuff. So actually, it was meant to be. There was a reason why that happened. See, everything happens for a reason. Oh, I wanted it to be a surprise, says Alex. Aww.
That's very sweet.
Violins can cost a lot.
Yeah.
And like they can, and I would rather you play on a good violin than play on a violin that's less expensive and not good quality, because violin is hard enough to play on its own. If you play on a, violin that you don't like, or you, like I see some violins online, like they're like, oh, here's a violin, it's on sale for like $15 and it's made of plastic. It's like, well, this is not going to sound very good. Like, you need a decent quality violin, otherwise it's not going to sound right. So it's hard enough to play on it. Yeah, so no, Alex, you deserve that. I'm happy. I'm actually going to start saving up for a new violin because you're doing violin. I'm looking at a violin that's purple online. I'm going to save up. In 3 years, I'm going to get that.
Okay.
I was thinking about getting a really bad, like, plasticky violin that was like $20, and I was like, no, this is not going to sound good, so I'm going to wait. Right now, I have a decent violin, so I'm going to practice on that, and in like 3 years, I'm going to get this other violin.
That almost actually reaches all the way there. Like, that back grapple has a heck of a reach, actually. Alright, guys, we're almost at 150 likes. Let's keep going.
Daniel says you guys have been to Canada, right? What was that like? We just drove through it.
We didn't stay in Canada. We drove through it. It was interesting. We got stopped by a Mountie. They had to check our luggage. That was an experience. We crossed the border from New York into Canada, and we were there for a while.
Yeah, The Canadian Mounties that check your stuff at the border, they don't mess around.
Uh-uh.
They're actually very intimidating.
They even said, why do you have all this luggage if you're just visiting family for a few days? It's like, because she carries a lot of stuff.
I had a lot of luggage with me. I had extra blankets and extra shoes.
I think I asked the guy, I said, are you married? But I don't think he appreciated the joke. He didn't have a sense of humor at all.
Yeah, and when we went through that, we were thinking, like, if there's any, like, family members that, like, give us a hard time for visiting them, it's like, well, they're gonna have to go through this inspection to visit us if we would ever move to Canada.
Yeah.
We thought about it, but since we still have taxes to pay off, technically, if we moved to Canada right now, we would actually be...
It would look very shady.
We would be fugitives.
Yeah.
So we can't actually think of... Luke can actually... I thought about moving to Canada because it's very cold there, some places. And everyone seems to be super nice there as much as we can see. I mean, it's just... We didn't really stop in any towns in Canada, Daniel. It just... When Luke drove me through there, because I really wanted to drive through there, so he went several hours out of his way when we visited my brother and his wife, and we, instead of driving through the United States, we just drove up through Canada, above the Great Lakes instead of below them. So we did that, and that was my request, and Luke was so sweet. He always tries to do things that make me happy. So we drove through there, and yeah, and I remember when I saw Canada, I was like, wait, there's cornfields here, and like wheat fields and roads.
Yes, most places have roads.
And I was like, it looks just like the United States. There's no difference. I was like, it's just like our country.
They too have roads. Yeah.
It looked exactly the same. It looked exactly the same as here. That was my impression of it. It was like, oh, this is exactly the same.
What to do? Alright, so we're still trying to get the data pack.
Oh, you didn't let us down at all, Alex. It was such a nice thought.
Yeah, you're fine. Alright guys, we're almost at 150. Keep going. Likes and shares help the video out a lot. Whoops.
Miss Deanna says, Miss Amber, Canada is a part of North America, so I'm pretty sure almost every country and area in North America has cornfields.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that probably is true. So that's what connects us, corn.
Corn connects us because we're all so corny. Don't do anything stupid.
Some of our viewers are watching from Canada.
I'm sorry, what?
Canada.
Canada? It's not even a word.
Some of our viewers are watching from Canada right now because they live in Canada.
Wow.
Are there any Canadian superheroes? I thought Wolverine was.
Wolverine is a Canadian superhero.
Yeah, Wolverine is Canadian.
Yeah. Hey.
That's why he plays hockey.
Wait, did he play?
No, I don't know.
Wow,
I'm just being a
that's the most generalized statement I've heard in quite a while.
Just being a complete jerk.
Congratulations. Because he plays hockey, eh? Wow.
No, I'm a jerk.
Wow. Wow.
Wolverine is
Wow.
Canadian, says John.
Wow. Oh no, am I back up here where there's nothing here? Oh. You've reached the dastardly data
Droggle
pack.
says, Wolverine! Hello, Droggle!
Hi, Droggle. Wait, Droggle's been here.
He actually did play hockey in the superhero squad, says Arctic Gold.
No.
Wow.
Stereotyping.
No,
Bad
it's cool
superhero
typing.
squad. It's cool typing.
Everybody cool plays hockey.
I did play hockey, so that is true.
That means you would fit right in, Luke.
My dad almost got a church in Canada. It was either we were gonna move to, the place we did upstate New York, or my dad was gonna have a church in, where was that? It was right on the border of New York. near Scroon Lake. I can't remember that part of Canada, but he was you basically
I don't know.
it's like an interview process, kind of like just like every regular job, but it's different when you interview for, like, you know, being in charge of a church and stuff like that. So yeah, I almost ended up, I was very close to going to Canada as a kid.
It's different working in the private sector. They expect results.
You've saved this many souls. Good job.
Yeah.
But you were supposed to save these many. You're fired. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I don't know how this whole religion thing works.
That would be funny if you actually had to make a tally, like, how many people were...
How many souls were saved this month?
How many criminals in your history as a pastor, how many criminals did you turn around?
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know. I don't know the question that you would ask.
Probably not that one.
I
Wait, what?
would.
How do you get inside there? What? He can climb in there? Well, that's weird. I don't think... Wait, maybe I did do that one. I don't know. That's really weird.
Yep, Wolverine is Canadian. Definitely, Daniel says. I did not know that.
Yep, he's Canadian.
James Howlett Logan Wolverine Weapon X. He is made
Hey, John.
known by many names, says Thomas Reynolds. Were we near Niagara Falls? We were.
Yes.
Yes, we were. We were, Deanna.
Yep.
I like seeing you guys happy. Thank you, Toilet Alex.
Diamond.
And we like seeing you guys happy too.
Diamond building.
Ugh, my.
And in 4 days, guys, we're starting a new game. There's a new game coming out for Nintendo in just 4 days.
Oh, we're actually going to be playing a new game for once. Amazing.
It's been a while.
Whoa, we're going to start a new game. Oh my god.
And then we got Ace Attorney at the end of the month and Tekken.
It's like we haven't played a new game on the channel in 5 years.
What's a new game? What? What's going
There
on?
are other games besides the Arkham Collection.
Oh no, we're
and
not done. We're
Pokemon.
not done with the Arkham Collection yet.
Oh.
We're almost done with the Arkham Collection. Sort of. Kind of. Maybe. Daniel's thing yesterday, like, I actually went back and I
Oh yeah, the Batman Begins.
I watched the Batman Begins stream. But I mean, that dude,
Oh,
he
no.
really did. He threatened you and he said, like,
No, it was pretty
bad
bad. Like,
stuff.
basically, like, the person was saying mean stuff to me for quite a while. And I kept deleting it, and then I was trying to hold it together, and then I left, and you were like, are you okay? And then I was like, not really, and I was, like, very upset. I think I came back, and I think you said something like, what is going on? Like, you muted it, and you didn't... That's what I remember. This is what I recall from that stream.
yeah.
And I started telling you all this stuff the person was saying to me, and that I was really upset, and I think I was in tears at the time, and I said, I'm just gonna go upstairs. I said, I don't want you to be involved in this, like, I just want you to do the stream and not let it affect you, because they're just bothering me.
Yeah, because we had like 1,000 people watching.
Yeah, I said, the person is just bothering me. I'm upset. I said, I'm too sensitive. I'm going upstairs. And then you said, we were on mute. And then you said, no. You're like, this is unacceptable. And you're like, I don't want anyone to get away with this. And then, like, you turned the microphone on. You were like, then you said something. And I was like,
We probably said a bunch of stuff.
I don't know, because, like, I remember telling you I was gonna go upstairs because I was very upset.
Yeah, I know that much. Oh, that's easy. Look at that. Look where that is. Simple. Simple and clean as the making me feel alive. Hard to let it go. Whoop. Whoops. Oh, there's an anarchy thing here too. Scan. Tag scanned. Hooray.
Interesting. Yeah, funny, since Wolverine was first voiced, he was portrayed as being Australian.
Yup.
Yet the actor was Canadian. Yet the live action actor was Australian,
Mm-hmm.
but he was portraying a Canadian.
Mhm.
This is John Williams.
Yep. That's always funny.
Uh,
That's always funny that they did that. Alright, so Droggle says we need to look for a road to blow up? Like, Droggle, what do you mean here, buddy? I don't understand. You're saying that this dastardly data pack... Oh, nuts. We have to blow up some type of road leading to this? You mean underground, or...
oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, John Doe says the first thing Luke says when he unmuted was, okay, listen, alright, listen up, you little punks.
I said punks? Wow, there was more than one.
I don't know. I think you were just like in a... I don't know, because ever since that day, though, that's when I started to not tell Luke when things were bothering me. Then I became angrier and angrier because I wouldn't tell Luke when people were saying mean stuff to me, and I would just be like, you know what? Because I didn't want Luke to go off on anyone again like that. So I just didn't tell him when people were saying mean things to me. So I had kind of like internalized everything since then. It's like I don't know. Once in a while I tell Luke like stuff, but I just...
Have we ever seen the original MacGyver series? Yes.
Luke has. I don't know if I have. Luke showed it to me a little bit. Well, I guess I'll try to call my dad.
I tried to show Amber as much of 80s and 90s culture as I could, because I wanted her to have an awesome life.
You were gonna say childhood, but we were already...
Yeah,
you
you
were
were.
an adult.
So I mean, I showed Amber a bunch of stuff. We have the first season of MacGyver on DVD. I've shown her the first couple episodes of Magnum PI. It's some of these shows didn't age well, so like trying to introduce them to people that have never seen them before, it's like if they've never seen it when it was in its prime, it's kind of hard to get them to be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Or I remember this, you know, because there's no nostalgia. It's like they're coming into it for the first time, and some of the music and some of the way the characters look is heavily dated. So it doesn't have that same kind of like, you know, appeal that it would when you saw it for the first time. Now, some things you can show people that are timeless, and every time you show them, like, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a fan of this now because this is amazing. Like Batman the Animated Series, you can always like introduce that to somebody because, I mean, that show, it's outside of time. Like, it will always be something awesome for people to see because, I mean, it's just so well made. Like, and the fact that the entire show takes place in kind of like this 1950s-esque, like, future fantasy world where it's kind of hard to place it in a particular time period. It's so interesting because they have, like, computers. They've got, you know, the round televisions from, like, the 50s architecture. The buildings are, like, 40s and 50s, but they've got, like, 90s technology. It's, you know... It's its own kind of like pocket universe that people don't really get bored watching because, you know, it's something interesting. It takes place in its own setting. And you can always keep coming back to it over and over again with like a fresh perspective too, because it's not necessarily that you're watching something that takes place in the 1950s.
And did you already get this? It's a set of destructible walls at the top of the elevated road.
What's an elevated road?
From Droggle.
What elevated road? What does that mean?
Hi, Rudy. Hi, everyone. Daniel says, since that time when you did that, my friend and I would always joke around and say, you better pray to whatever God you believe in that I don't find you. Oh, wow. That's hilarious, Daniel. You kept that alive all these years. Wow, that's amazing, Daniel. That would have been forgotten. Daniel's the resident historian.
Kwings historian. Does your friend still watch us, or did he move on and you stayed, Daniel? I'm curious.
I don't know if anyone else would have remembered that, Daniel. Maybe John Doe would have remembered it. I don't know.
Maybe John.
John Doe did remember. Oh, right, you little bum. Oh my god.
I was quoting Wolverine there.
Oh my god.
You egg-sucking piece of gutter trash. That's Wolverine from the 90s. Because they couldn't swear, so they're like, we have to make Wolverine sound tough. So he's going to call people egg suckers. It's like, what?
Yeah, I told Luke that. That's the same thing they use in Dick Tracy. Like, I told Luke, I said when I watched, I don't know why I like the Dick Tracy movie so much. But anyway, there's like Dick Tracy has a scene where he gets this little orphan kid, and the orphan kid has dirt all over his face, and he's bringing him in to
Poor
get him.
orphan kid.
He's giving him some food, and he goes, you know, you really need a mom and a dad. You need to not be on the street stealing people's watches or whatever he said to him. And he's like, I can do whatever I want, you know, like he's all rebellious and stuff. And then he goes, you know, he's like, you need a mom and a dad. He's like, I'm gonna call the orphanage or something. And he goes, I don't know. He said something the kid didn't want to hear. And the kid in Dick Tracy said, go suck an egg! And he leaves. And then I tell Luke, like, years later, I was like, I watched this movie when I was younger. I'm an adult now. I was like, I've thought about this for over 10 years. I was like, what does he mean? What? I said, is this like an insult that people use? Like, go suck an egg? Like, how would you do that? Like, do they mean like you would like
I think you're
steam an egg and then suck it out like you're like eating it for breakfast? Like,
Get that steam action going.
What does this actually mean? Like, what are you insulting? Would you get a hard-boiled egg and suck on it? Like,
I think you're overthinking it.
What would actually be happening here? Like,
Put a straw and suck out that yolk. Punk!
And then you said that day when I asked you, I said I've been thinking about this for 10 years and I still don't know what that line in Dick Tracy means. And you
It's because
said,
they couldn't swear.
And you gave me the example with Wolverine. You said they used to use the suck an egg thing for like all these different cartoons back then.
Yep.
It's like an insult. Go.
Well, no, it was an insult on television and
Yeah.
movies because you couldn't say certain
You couldn't
things.
say, you know. Now people would be like, "Go touch grass" or something.
No, they would say pretty vulgar.
They would say something else.
Yeah.
I should use some of those old terms back. Go bag your face. Go suck an egg.
My face doesn't need to be bagged. Ow.
I don't know. Like, honestly, like, wouldn't you just eat the hard-boiled egg?
You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it.
I'm just saying that. I'm just trying to think of how this would work.
No.
Like,
Just don't worry about it.
what?
You're just another victim.
My childhood friends and I used to say that phrase, says Daniel. Oh, the go suck an egg. Yeah, they had that in a lot of TV and stuff. I mean, it's a phrase that it doesn't have any bad words and it's just a funny phrase to say.
Well, this is a bridge that I'm underneath. Is this it? Elevated bridge? Is this the elevated bridge? It leads right to that building, see?
Hey, go fly a kite, says Twilight Alex. I think I've heard that one before. People would just say go... Is that the one you were stuck on, says Drago?
I think this is it.
Well, I mean, slightly more violent, but I always used to hear this one, like, go take a long walk off a short pier.
Yeah.
But actually, that would be considered violence today.
Yeah, I told...
Like, if you say that to someone, they're like, you're threatening to kill me.
I
It's
told
like,
a...
No, I'm telling you to go do it.
I told a hater, like, stop being on your phone and go play in traffic.
Yeah.
And then he told on Twitter, and I got suspended for like 4 days.
But you didn't actually say you
This
were gonna...
person told me to kill myself. It's
No,
like
you should play in it.
I was like, what?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, those used to be just like insults that you would give. I don't know why today it would be considered... I don't think the suck an egg thing, I don't think that could be violent.
We're looking for destructible walls.
Unless you
Okay.
somehow, like,
Right, go call your
unless
dad.
you somehow choked on it in some way.
Sucking on egg dies. It's like this giant egg stuck in their mouth.
Next time a hater is really mean to you.
Not remotely what I meant.
And next time a hater is really ruthless to you, just be like, go suck an egg. Then they can't say it was violent because it's not a violent egg.
What does that mean? Exactly what it says.
Exactly.
Well, that's wonderful. That didn't work very well. Well, we found it. We found it.
So hurt. I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna go to the jungle just tomorrow and reposition it.
Don't hurt yourself, though.
If I hang from that and then pull down, I think it's gonna reposition my...
Or you're going to make a big yelp sound because you're going to do more damage.
I'm pretty sure I can reposition it. Because when I go like this is when it really hurts a lot.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking like if I just pull down...
Oh my gosh, Amber, you scared the crap out of me. Please don't do that.
I think it could...
You're just
Can you
yank
imagine
down.
Can
Yank!
you imagine if there's a little kid there and I'm just like... Ah!
My gosh. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
There's a lot really wrong with Phil. Alright, so we have... Oh my gosh, yeah, there's multiple. Nah, the Royal Hotel has so many of these. No! Look at this, look at this, look at all this nonsense. There's a lot of these. Alright, so the Royal Hotel, that's going to be a big one tomorrow. But for the most part, I think we got all of the diamond data packs, which is good. So we're going to go to this place real quick. Yeah, probably. Probably not now. I don't know. Alright, we're in the Bowery, and we're gonna die. Oh no, it's TV's Adam West! Some of that guy's like, oh no! We're all gonna die! Oh no!
I'll break your bones. Wait till I get out of here.
What?
You're gonna need a doctor. What a revolting development.
I appear to be in— oh my gosh! Just got smacked with a bat. I'll teach you ruffians a thing or two.
Hey, not fair. Protect it. I can't.
Oh, you felt that connect. He's like, whack. Yay, my health came back. I almost died. That was terrifying. I'm better than with Batman fighting? Nah, I'm playing sloppy today. I have a lot on my mind. Also, you know, I kind of want some of Amber's soup, which I'm gonna eat soon. But I mean, I'm just really hoping that tomorrow's video helps, because like we dropped down a little bit today, which I was kind of surprised about. I was a little surprised about that, not gonna lie. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, we didn't lose any people yesterday. Actually gained people yesterday. So that's weird. Lost people on New Year's Not New Year's Day, but the next New Year's. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing again? What? Where are you? Where are you? There? I mean, I personally thought Dastardly Diamond. Oh! Oh! Okay, that's probably where it is. Maybe. Endgame? What? Shell game. Shell game. What? Well, where does that connect to? Through the wall. Okay. Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, where does that one connect to? That's got a switch. Oh. Huh? Whoa. Where? Do you guys remember this one? You know what? I think we'll come back to this one. We'll do that another time. We're not going to do that today. We're not going to do that today. That's not happening today. Next time. Da 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 da. Batman, Batman. I'd actually really like to get a Steam Deck so I can do some... Those modded skins in Arkham Knight look amazing. Oh my gosh, there's some really cool modded skins in the Steam Deck version of Arkham Knight. They look really cool. Everything from Telltale Batman to Batman Animated Series skins for Catwoman, Nightwing, Robin, and Batman. They've got Injustice skins. They got all kinds of cool stuff. I would love to, you know... I don't know how I would show mods with a Steam Deck, though. That's the thing. But maybe you can mod it. I don't know.
Anything to report? Nothing you don't already know, sir.
I know, right, John?
Seems to me that Captain
But I don't want to buy a Steam Deck if I can't even show the modded skins. That's the thing. Like, if I could show the modded skins, I would buy a Steam Deck, and then, like, next month, like, for my birthday, that's what I would want. I'd want a Steam Deck. Like, I'd ask Amber if I could get it for my birthday. Yep, the stream's pretty much over. We had to wait till we hit 1,000 views, but I will be back shortly with your next episode, which will be Arkham Knight. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the super chats. You're breathtaking. We really needed the help today, so thank you. We lost a lot of memberships. We had people that had to cancel for financial reasons, so like the amount of super chats that we got yesterday and today are just like a huge blessing. Thank you very much. We were actually going to do a newsletter to tell people, because we had like 400 members and now we only have like about 250. So I mean, we lost 200 members, which is crazy. And January, for YouTubers, like in January, everybody's income goes down like significantly. So losing those, like, you know, monthly members hurt. Alright guys, so see you on Arkham Knight. I'm going to grab some pea soup, and then I'll see you guys back here. Take care, everybody. Thank you again for all the donators. You guys are breathtaking, and you'll be redirected to the next stream. God bless. Happy gaming. Thanks so much, everybody.